I had a few terms before we get into these flash codes. There's a few things I wanted to go over that you kind of need to know. If you're a technical person, you may not want to stay on here. I'm going to try to explain this with the P's and the grits. I'm going to try to make it as easy as I possibly can, but there's some things I have to go over before we start getting the Motorola flash codes, OpenGD 77. But there's just a few things I want to touch on, so that way if anybody has any questions in the video, I can refer them back to this video. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is digital versus analog. Okay, digital is at 12.5 megahertz or lower. It could be 6.25. It could be, God knows, 7 point something. But the big thing is FCC mandated, I believe it was in 2011, that everything had to be on narrow band. That's what they refer to as narrow band. Analog is what most hams and other radio people are used to. It's usually spaced at 25 kilohertz. So what does that mean? That means that the digital, it doesn't have as full of a sound. It sounds very flat. The best way I can describe digital would be if I put my hand in front of my face and talk. It kind of sounds like that. It doesn't penetrate the sound. So what I wanted to say is that when you listen to it the first time, it sounds really flat and it sounds awkward, but I want to tell you that it's like driving a standard. After you listen to it for 3 days or so, you then remember how to do it, and you'll start hearing it, and you'll start getting that acclimated to your ear, and you'll be able to hear what's going on. It does get easier. I just wanted to explain that to you. It is going to sound, you're going to hear the audio sound, especially if you use the analog, you're going to hear it. The other thing about it is analog has static. You ever heard somebody that's away from the repeater and they're trying to make it in and you can still hear it, even over the squelch? With digital, it's like Dish Network or these TV antennas that people put on the side of their house. You either have a signal or you don't. So with digital, you don't have any kind of squelch. You're going to hear it's all digitally controlled, so no static or anything. But you're either going to have a signal or you're not with digital. So it's just like those antennas, like the free TV open air antennas. Let's see what else I got on here. All right, this I wanted to touch on the zone. Okay, you need to know what a zone is. I'm sure I'm going to get 1,000 questions in the description of what a zone is, so I'm going to cover it right now, especially when you're dealing with Motorola. A zone is nothing but a collection of frequencies. Okay, so inside of a zone, you can have, for instance, I drive around here around the house. I have a zone, maybe I'll call that home. Okay, inside home, I'm going to have my hotspot. I might have the GMRS tower down the street. I could have a FRS channel, like just a talk around channel. I could put whatever. So a zone is a collection of frequencies. Okay, you need to know that if you're going to be dealing with Motorola, you're going to get to know zone very, very quick. All right, let's see. What was the other thing? Terms. Okay. Last thing we need to cover. And like I said, if you are an IT person or you are very technologically inclined with stuff like this, don't listen to this. Just stop the video right now. But we have to cover time slots. Okay. So time slot, what you need to know basically is time slots, basically digital cuts the voice in half. It's what they call TDMA, which is time division multiple access, which if you want to look that up, feel free to do it. I don't think anybody needs to know what that is because I deal with people all the time and they don't know what it is. They just want to push the button and talk. Okay, so what my big thing is with the time slot is that it's going to be 1 or 2. Okay, so this is important when you're programming in towers and repeaters. You want to know what the time slot is. The other thing you want to know about is the color code. Okay, so inside ham and analog, you have what they call CTCSS. So you might have 141.3 or DPLs they call it sometimes. The CTCSS or PL private line tone. So these are in analog, right? So you'd have like 114.2 and all, and you know, the however many there is. I think there's like 50. Okay, so inside digital, you have what's called a color code. So instead of having 141.3, you might have color code 1. Then instead of 114.2, you'd have color code 2. And I believe I put 1 through 10, but the big thing is when you go to program a radio, you need to know what the time slot is and you need to know what the color code is. Okay, that's all I wanted to get into with that. The other thing I want to talk about, you see I have MOTOTRBO. Now that confuses so many people. I don't even know why Motorola did it, but basically digital is DMR. When you hear DMR, think of that. Well, Motorola coined their phrase MOTOTRBO. So just know it's their brand. They're talking about DMR. So if you're looking for a used Motorola radio, like the XPR 7550, if it says MOTOTRBO, know that they're speaking about DMR. Anyway, I just want to go over these slight little bit of things, and any questions, just leave it down in the description. And like I said, this should all be relevant for all the flash codes we're about to start. So I just wanted to get this out the way so we didn't have any stragglers or wasting time on things you didn't need to know. All right, leave a comments in the description if you need anything.